The state of California is different from any other state. We have 109 different tribes that are federally recognized. That doesn't include the individuals who are still trying to gain recognition, the individuals who are just state recognized. Each one of those tribes have their own languages. They have their own culture. They practice different ceremonies, and some might be similar. Some might share some of the same ceremonies, but each of them have things that are just the tiniest bit different that makes them their own. It makes it their own. So when thinking about early learning care in my community and what that looks like, I think about where we're at, right? And location is everything. We're not heavily populated. We live not even within a township. We live on the outskirts of that. And so in order for us to receive early learning care, we have to make some decisions, right? So one is, am I going to drive off reservation to put them in a center? Or am I trying to stay closer to home, my kids be closer to me, and we put them in family relative care? And I can say that's what I chose. And hands down, easiest decision for me was my mom. It's because she's able to teach culture along with everything. You know, she's talking and you'll just hear these Kaduk words come out in phrases. You know, she might not be fluent, but that tone and that language is still presented in some way. And the way that my grandma was with me, I see those same traits with my mom. So my mom being able to walk them outside and say, oh, we're going to do this today. And they grab something from the earth, and the next thing you know, they're grinding acorns and they're making it with one another. That's not something that I would get from a center back at home. So any center that my kids would go to would be more Western civilized, I should say, where it's uncommon for a kid to be singing a native song, or it's uncommon that people eat acorns, or it's uncommon that they go to ceremonies. I don't want my kids to ever feel uncommon or not proud of or looked at differently. I want my kids to embrace their culture full-heartedly and never shy away from what or who they are. We need places like this. We need places that give our kids a feeling of safety, a security. You need to have a spiritual connection. You need to know who is guiding you, who's walking life with you, who is there no matter what. So how do we get there, right? You need to take the elders, you bring in their knowledge, here's your wisdom, and then over here, you know, you have your teachers, you have the individuals who are paying attention to you, not because you're family related, but because they want better for you, and because you matter, and because they want to give you the tools that you need to be able to be successful in school if that's what you decide to do. We just need to make sure we work together as a community, make sure we come together as tribal leaders, make sure that the programmatic staff in tribal communities and in schools are creating connections so that no kid feels like I could have, but I didn't have anybody. So it's giving every child a voice in finding their own resources so they can become who they want to become.